Hello, friend. In this episode, I'm going to discuss a topic that came up in conversation. And someone was asking, or maybe expressing is a better word actually, that they don't have the desire to do things that I do. They don't have the capacity, I believe was their word, to do what I do, just in offering guidance, because you understand that people that are looking for guidance aren't coming from a place of expansion. They're not coming from a place of levity. They're not coming from a place of divine mind. That's what they're seeking out, whether they recognize it or not. So they're coming from a lower vibration state, usually to clear up. That's the tendency, to clear up a low vibration expression, manifestation. And the person I was discussing this with was saying they don't have that capacity to give their time and energy to those type of people. And they were acknowledging my ability to do it. And what Spirit showed me right away was the person that I was discussing this with that didn't have the capacity to do that, the reason they didn't have the capacity was due to their container was already so full of their muck that anybody else's muck in their experience just put them over the edge. But in my own experience, I've done considerable work on integrating any disharmony in my experience, in my mind, in my expression, in my manifestation. And it's not only that, so when somebody comes to me with a low vibration, it doesn't become overbearing because I haven't been cultivating that low vibration state within myself. So it's not an excess of it. And not only that, when they come to me with that, when I'm mindful, I'm not seeing them as lacking, as limitation, as unloving. Instead, I'm being conscious of my own mindset, and that's projecting onto them a state of wholeness, a state of perfection, a state of love, a state of abundance, all of these types of things. So not only do I not have my container so full of muck, but I'm also not interpreting them so full of muck either. It's their interpretation of themselves that is the full of the muck. But in my consciousness, I'm affirming their wholeness. I'm affirming their peace. I'm affirming their harmony, their worthiness, all of these types of things, right? And I'm sharing this because as you begin to expand in awareness, this will naturally happen for you as well, if it isn't already. You'll become less tolerable of your own carnal mind and egoistic perceptions and interpretations, and you'll just replace them with the divine mind, or make space and allow Spirit to give you revelation and direction. But when you're already so full of a muck that you've created for yourself, you see how easy it is for anybody to put you over the top with a little bit of anything, because it's not even necessarily that they're doing it on purpose. But if we're already full of it, we filled ourselves up with our own perception, and now we see everything in our world through these same perception filters. So what's created it within us creates it externally too, to continue to feed us that energetic perception. Be mindful that when I say these things, that you're not taking on other people's burdens in order to be a... What is that movie? Is it The Green Mile? Where the inmate was taking on everybody's suffering? I think he might have called it a sin eater. Be mindful that you're not eating people's sins, but you're bringing light to them. You're renewing their mind. That is the kind of ultimate goal. Because their mind is the roadblock. Their mind is the obstacle. Their mind is the reason for their misperception or their negative perception. Their perception of untruth, their perception of illusion, right? It's their mind. So when somebody's in that negative state, you don't correct their thumbnail, you don't correct their eyebrow, you don't correct their jacket, you don't correct their car, you correct their mind. So that they can perceive differently, experience differently, and create differently. Addressing root cause. All of these misperceptions are just symptoms of the root cause of disconnect, of the ego, right? Okay. We'll close the episode there, my friends. Stay blessed. We'll talk soon.